Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Friday, November 1st, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I am your host. Kind of wishing I had some blood money, but not really. Jeremy Pierce, welcome one and all. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course, the 215 on Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. It is our 200th episode. I just can't believe it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, but we're going to talk about it a little bit more. But today's episode is also about Crown Jewel. Yes, Blood Money 84 is going down. We're going to preview the show, make our predictions, but for now, you know what's next. So just go on and hit my music. So yes, it is the 200th episode. I probably should have planned better for this, but I'm just really shocked that I was able to do 200 episodes, and we're not stopping. It's all about growth. It's all about progress. It's all about moving forward, and it's not easy. It's been very, very hard. Procrastination is a hell of a drug, but I am progressing. You know what I mean? I wish I could have, made this a bigger fanfare, but maybe we'll do that with 225 or 250, maybe probably 250, and even 300. But I'm just happy. You know what I mean? Blessed. I'm not where I want to be, but that's why we keep going. That's why we don't stop. Things will definitely be better next year. We got a lot of ideas, and the first thing is about being more consistent, and that's what we're definitely going to do. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. We've done 250. We've got, the recap, what just happened. Got to keep up more on the list and keep up on other content. We're going to start bringing in the movies and the TVs, and I finally created a TikTok. Still don't have a website. That was feat unto itself, ups and downs with that. But I'm generally just happy to be doing 250 episodes, and I want to do 250 more. So hopefully we'll be blessed to be able to do that, to keep going forward, to keep doing more and more episodes. And I wanted to bring in more and more people, more and more content, and just to grow and grow and grow. Wrestling doesn't sleep; it never stops. With WWE, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, TNA, NWA, MLW, New Japan, AAA, CMLL, GCW. There's just a lot going on, and we're going to do our best to keep covering and keep you abreast of things. But thank you for sticking with me. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dogs and your cats and your Ninja Turtles. We not stopping, and just, stay with me. We'll be right back with our top story. Alright, so I will not be before you very long. Crown Jewel 2024 is going down. It's going down this Saturday, and we've got not really a bad card. But let's look at last year's show first before we go on with this year's show. So last year's show had 8 matches, one on a pre-show. On the pre-show, we had Sami Zayn defeating JD McDonough. And then we had Seth Rollins on the main show defeating Drew McIntyre to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. I did not like this result. I didn't like the last ending year of the Seth Rollins. He just kept winning too much. Rhea Ripley defeated Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark to retain the Women's World Championship. I do not remember this match at all. Solo Sikoa defeated John Cena. I remember them fighting. Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio to win the United States Championship. I do remember this. This match actually this was the second third longest match on the card. Io Sky defeated Bianca Belair to retain the WWE Women's Championship. I was very happy with that result. Cody Rhodes defeated Damian Priest. I do not know or remember why they were fighting. I just don't. And the main event was Roman Reigns defeating LA Knight to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Now that I do remember. LA Knight didn't have a chance in hell winning, but you know, we got to give the people what they want. So we are on to 2024, and this is taking place at the Muhammad Abdul Arena. I think this is the third. This will be the third time it's going down at that arena. And we're looking at the card. We have 7 matches on the card. So let's get into the matches, and it's not bad. So first up, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships being defended in a fatal 4-way. Our champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill will be defending against Damage Control, the team of Kairi Sane and Io Sky, Metaphor, the team of Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, and the team of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. They've actually done a fairly solid job of building up to this match. So Damage Control want the belts back. They are now faces. And Chelsea and Piper have made an impact on both Raw and SmackDown, and of course NXT, interfering in a women's tag team title match on NXT. And the real outliers here are Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend. They've slowly been built up as competent opponents. Yes, they are the green people here next to Jade, but they've done a fine job for themselves. Now, seeing how this is a fatal 4-way, anything can happen. So the question is, do I think Bianca and Jade will lose here? Remember, the last time they lost the championships, it was in another multi-woman match, and it was a triple threat that had the team of the Unholy Union winning. So out of all of the title matches here on this card, this is the match I think Bianca and Jade loses. This is the match where I think the titles change hands. So the question is, who is winning here? Smart money is on Io and Kairi. They are good enough workhorses to carry that division, right? They are clearly above and beyond the 2 best women's wrestlers in this match. That cannot be debated. I could also see Chelsea and Piper getting the belts back. They've, ever since Piper just inserted herself as Chelsea's partner, they've been really, really good together, and Chelsea has really grown and more and matured. But part of me thinks Lash and Jakara are walking away as champions here. It just kind of seems appropriate, if that makes sense. Like, there's going to be a shocking ending here. Jakara and Lash is that shocking ending. Bring the titles back to NXT, because there are a plethora of teams on NXT, and then maybe bring them back to the main roster. But you've got to give the newcomers the rub here, just ever so slightly. So I'm going to take Jakara and Jakara and Lash Legend to win here. Next up, we have a triple threat match for the WWE United States Championship with LA Knight, defending against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. And this is probably the easiest match to predict. LA Knight will be defending the championship, right? This rivalry really started from the rivalry between Carmelo and Andrade, who just don't like each other and who have been on some incredible matchups. And in that 7th match in their best of 7 series, LA Knight was the special guest referee and caused, well, both of them to lose, right? So Nick Aldis made a match. Titles on the line. Now, LA Knight has defended the championship against both Carmelo and both Andrade, and he's defeated both of them. So you would think, just to keep LA Knight hot, he's going to win here, and I do think LA Knight will win here. Knight has lost a little bit of momentum, but he's still ever so popular. The worst part here is seeing Andrade and Melo kind of lose and then be moved to the wayside, because they've earned some sort of spotlight to hold that championship. Andrade is back and he hasn't really been doing much. Same thing with Melo. Melo has not been elevated to the way that Braun Breaker has been elevated, and their feud has been just to keep them busy. And LA Knight needs challengers, and I just think he's winning here. He's going to lose the belt at some point, probably before the end of the year, but I'm just taking LA Knight to win here, retain that United States Championship. Now, next match on the card is Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and I get why we have this match. You know what I mean? Randy and KO are boys. Randy and Cody are boys. KO and Cody were boys. And KO is pretty pissed that Cody ended up teaming with Roman Reigns, and he has the right to be. Roman and the Bloodline were a thorn and a nuisance to Kevin Owens for 2-3 years, and now Cody just teams with Roman. We know why he teamed with Roman. That doesn't make sense. And Randy's like, listen. He did what he did. I told Cody, don't make this a problem. And KO was mad that Randy took Cody's side, and I would be too. So Randy wanted the match. Aldis was like, this is coming from on high. You can't have this match. And Randy went above Nick and went straight to the man he knows the best, Triple H, who is in charge. And Triple H was reluctant to give Randy the match because he's like, listen, this KO is dangerous. This KO is angry. He's pissed. And Randy, you were just away for almost 2 years with a bad back. Imagine what KO is going to do. Randy's like, look, I get it. This has to happen. With that being said, Randy is going to go out his way to try to kill KO. KO's winning this match. Kevin Owens is winning this match. Randy will not be hurt by this loss. KO needs to be built up because he's going to be the next challenger for Cody Rhodes. Period. This is the Kevin Owens push that we're looking for, that we need, that we've been praying for. Take Kevin Owens to win this match here and defeat the Apex Predator. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed, and oh boy, I am loving this match. I am digging this match. I am loving this match. I'm going to hate the ending of this match. Why? Because Seth Rollins always wins. Yes, Bronson Reed has been made to look like a monster. He lost the last man standing match only because of Seth Rollins. And him and Seth have been killing each other week in and week out since Seth's return. And as much as I want to see Bronson Reed win here, he is not winning here. I want to be wrong. All right. Bronson Reed has been nothing short of amazing since this push has started, but Seth Rollins just doesn't lose. I thought Seth should have lost to Drew last year. I definitely thought Seth should have lost to Shinsuke Nakamura. Seth doesn't lose. The question is, how will Bronson Reed look coming out of this match? Because no matter who wins, this feud is going to last the rest of the year to keep both these men away from the World Heavyweight Championship. Just take Seth Rollins to win. That's where the smart money is. That's just where the smart money is. Next up, we have one of our two Crown Jewel champion matches. And Lord, this is very, very stupid. So at Bad Blood, Triple H introduced the Crown Jewel Championship. And essentially it's just like this big gold shiny diamond encrusted studded belt where it will be, the winner will come from the champion of Raw versus the champion of SmackDown. So we have the women, Liv versus Nia. And here's the weird thing about this match. You thought at some point someone would have lost here before they get to this match, because you have a heel versus heel matchup. You have Nia, you have Liv. You know what I mean? Rarely do we get heel versus heel matchups, but we're getting this match. So how does this end? Who is winning this match. Nia will have Tiffany Stratton and probably Candice LeRae with her. Tiffany has the money to bring briefcase. Liv will probably have Raquel and Dom with her. That's better than having Candice and Tiffany. With the news of Rhea Ripley being injured and out, I think you have to go with Liv Morgan to win here, just to make Liv and Rhea and Raquel look more dominant. I think you've got to take Liv here. This won't be a pretty match. It'll be an interesting match for sure, but I just don't see Nia winning, only because of what happened with Rhea. Liv has been great. Nia's been better since becoming champion. Nia's been actually amazing since coming back this year. That's the domination. Since defeating Bayley, Nia's been dominant, but Liv finds a way to win. Now, since Liv is winning, does Tiffany Stratton cash in here? This can go one of three ways. Nia or Liv wins and no cash in. Liv wins, Nia is pissed, crushes Liv, Tiffany cashes in. Or Liv wins, Raquel takes out Nia, Tiffany cashes in. Either way, I still see Nia losing. I am 50-50 on Tiffany Stratton cashing in. That's the tough part. That's the tough part. So take Liv to win, but I don't think Tiffany cashes in. I don't think she cashes in. And we have our other Crown Jewel Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Now this is going to be an amazing match. This is going to be very, very good. I don't care who wins. I don't really care. But it's the storylines that's going to come out of this. So Cody talked about what makes him go. What's his motivation? And he said the top motivation is his daughter. And Gunther's like, bro, you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to make this about yourself and your family. This was supposed to be literally champion versus champion. Who is the better man? Period. And that's great. But Cody always needs something more. Gunther doesn't. Gunther's winning. I know Cody always wins and he kind of loses a tag match here and there. Gunther's winning. Let me repeat that. Gunther's winning. And why is Gunther going to win? A little help from Kevin Owens, which sets up the KO Cody feud. Gunther's winning. It's going to be a really good match. There's going to be a lot of near falls. But ultimately, what did I just say? Gunther's winning. It's going to be a good match. And lastly, which is probably the main event, we have OG Bloodline versus New School Bloodline. We don't know which members of the Bloodline on Solo side. I am very, very shocked they announced this match so early, because we still haven't had Jay and Roman really hash things out, and that's going to be a long time, right? Jimmy and Jay have hashed things out, and with the added layer of Sami Zayn in the background just talking to Solo on Raw, this is very interesting, because Jimmy can be like, yo, Jay, he's clearly talking to Solo. What is he doing? And Sami can just be like, yo, I'm just trying to tell Solo, we leave Jay alone. I'm looking out for you. You may not say I'm not family. You say I'm not family, but we know that's different. You know what I mean? You don't mean that. So who does Solo have with them? It's got to be the Tongas. It's got to be Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, because you have to keep Roman and Jacob Fatu apart. That's a money match. Do not waste it in a tag match. Don't do it. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. The new Bloodline cost Jay the Aussie Championship. Jay cost the new Bloodline the Tag Team Championships, right? So all things are equal. The new Bloodline have the man advantage because of Jacob Fatu, and because they have Jacob Fatu, because he's the X Factor, new Bloodline's winning this match. Roman, Jay, and Jimmy just can't outright come together again and win. You cannot do that. They cannot win this match just right off the rip. So the new Bloodline wins. There will be miscommunication between Jimmy, Jay, and Roman, mainly between Jay and Roman, because Roman has not absolved himself of his sins. He has not apologized for anything that he's done, and we'll get a fight between between Roman and Jacob Fatu, but Solo and Jacob have already lost a tag match. They cannot lose another one. They have to be made to look strong. As much as they've kind of been dominating, they've lost all of their big matches. They've just lost their big matches, and they cannot lose another. Period. So one more time, let's go over the card. Our predictions one more time. Taking Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson to walk out of Crown Jewel as your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. On LA Knight to retain the United States Championship. Kevin Owens to defeat Randy Orton. Seth Rollins to beat Big Bronson Reed. Liv Morgan to defeat Nia Jax to become the Women's Crown Jewel Champion. Gunther to defeat Cody Rhodes to become the Crown Jewel Champion. And the Bloodline to defeat the OG Bloodline. It's a good card. It's actually a good card that actually has good stories with it. And it doesn't look like it's just been thrown together. Kind of excited for it. We'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what goes down. But that's our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll get I gotta get the November schedule up. So check that on the screen. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up for November. I'll be playing that for you. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. And as always, Anna J, Chris Statlander, Willow Knight ain't gonna get Will soon, girl. Gigi Dolan, Bailey, and Isla Dawn. Holla at your boy. Peace.